Okay, we're back. All right, the first thing, here's my pan. First thing I'm gonna do is spray a little of this because I'm all about not sticking, you know. And then I'm gonna retrieve my dough. Right here. And after I have gotten my dough, I'm gonna take some of my cornmeal here, kind of just give it a little dab, and then shake it around, kind of like you're making a pan. But I mean, this is really not. Well, I don't know if it's required or not. This is just how I always do it. So anyway, it seems complicated, but once you do it a couple times, you will know that it is pretty easy. And then, dust off the extra. Now I'm gonna pull my dough out. Now I don't know if you can see the dough, but it's kind of fluffier. So yeah, it did rise, and it's real soft. So what I do is I get my dough in my hands like this, and then just sprinkle the cornmeal around, put some in the bowl, and flop it around. Now, if it gets inside the dough, that's okay. You don't need a whole lot of it in there, but, just cover the dough. And then we can set our bowl to the side. And I'll put a little extra on the bottom, put it on here, and then, as you can see, I just push it out, push it out, push it out, push it out. Now, if you want thick crust, you can stop here, but I really like mine thin and crispy, so I just keep pushing it out. It's really easy to work with because, my wrist is still pretty dang sore, but, I'm pressing on. I did get some pain pills from the ER yesterday, so we'll see how that goes. Now, if you like crust around the edge, you kind of just stretch it out. I'm not gonna toss it up in the air. I can, but I'm just kidding. Pull it out, pull it apart. Oop, there's a little hole, so close that up. Now I'm not gonna go complete to the edge because it's easier with the pizza cutter to not have it all the way to the edge. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take. This is just diced tomatoes. Put a couple spoonfuls on there. Spread it out a little bit. This is like a real, a fresh margarita pizza. Put a little sauce on there. Some of the juice from the can. Like so. Oops. And I pretty much use my hands for everything, so I just spread it kind of out evenly if you want, or however you want. All right, the next thing is I'm gonna take my garlic and kind of sprinkle it around. The pieces are so small, it's kind of hard. I don't really want to concentrate it all in one area, so just kind of keep an eye on where I'm sprinkling. And then the next thing, oops, let me get my towel here. Wipe off your hands a little bit. Oops, there's some garlic I missed. Try to get that out just good. I'm trying to leave some of my crust free. Then I'm gonna use this Italian grinder, and I'm just gonna grind some spice on there. Now the Italians, believe it or not, they do not use an Italian spice. I think they just use straight oregano. But like I was saying, this Italian spice, I use it on everything. It's delicious. And then I'm gonna spray around the edge there. That'll give it kind of almost like, how the pan pizzas have that buttery kind of crust. And then, like I said, I'm gonna go around with just a little bit of garlic powder. 99 cents. Okay, now I got that done. Now, for most people, they're gonna use regular cheese. I don't have regular cheese, but Italians actually, well, Sicilians anyway, they use this fresh mozzarella. They also use this, if you ever heard of the caprese salad. The caprese salad is actually fresh mozzarella, you know, with some sliced tomatoes or cubed tomatoes or whatever. Oh, I think I got too much cheese. No, that's okay. I just put the cheese around. Probably used what I got left over for caprese. Clean up a little bit here. Now this is optional, but you never go wrong with olive oil. And it looks as though this pizza is ready to be put into the oven. I believe the package says 12 to 14 minutes. I really think when you're cooking the pizza, and I mean, you kind of have to, you know, when you're teaching yourself how to cook, kind of gauge this. But the pizza package says 475, but I know my oven tends to bake on the bottom quicker. But, so I've decreased the temperature to 450. And I think if you have more toppings on here, the thicker the toppings, I think you might have to decrease it to 450 as well. Anyway, it should only take 12 minutes to bake. So we're gonna, well, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can't raise the rack in my oven so it's not so close to the burner. Shoot. With this frog, I'm afraid I'm gonna burn myself. Okay. Now I raised my rack up to the top, so hopefully it'll cook the top more to the bottom, because I do want my toppings to be cooked, and I don't want my crust to be burned. What was that? Uh-oh. Well, anyway, what I do is that sink of water, as I'm cleaning up my stuff here, I'll put this back where it goes. Oops, put the lid on it. It's really handy having a rack behind your stove for your spices. And then, like, as I'm cleaning this up, my sink that has the water in it, I just drop my dishes down in that sink. Oh, I better hit the timer. So I'm gonna say timer 12 start. You can see here's my extra cheese. The garlic goes back in the fridge. I have some extra tomatoes. What I'm gonna do with, but anyway. So now we're gonna bake for 12 minutes, and we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.